Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I hope you stick around. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. As you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about what happens now that I've fully paid off my condo mortgage. And so I think what I want to do is divide this video into kind of two parts, where the first we talk about some logistics that come with paying off a mortgage, and then part two, we're going to be taking a look ahead at what comes next, because this paying off my mortgage was a big goal of mine. Now that I've accomplished it, yeah, let's look ahead and see what my plans are for the rest of the year. So first off, okay, so I should say, if you're not interested in any of the logistics, I'm gonna put it out there because, down the road people might be interested, and so they could come back to this video. But if you're not interested, I will put a timestamp for my goals if you just want to hear some of that. So, okay, so what comes first once you pay off a mortgage? Well, first of all, I still have payments to do. I don't have to pay for a mortgage, but I'm still responsible for taxes and insurance. Taxes, I was getting a bill, but the bank was paying it, and then the insurance, I was paying it separately. And now basically I'm just going to be responsible for both bills, which is fine. I don't know if all counties or areas or boroughs, whatever they're called, where you live, I don't know if all of those localities, if they issue you a bill directly or just the bank, if the bank is the one paying for it. But if they do just send the bill to the bank, then you definitely want to contact them and let them know to send it to you moving forth. So with my insurance, I wouldn't have to do that. With my taxes, like I said, I was already getting a bill, so I don't have to do that either. But yeah, I'm still responsible for these payments. Taxes, I think it's a little bit over 2K. It's a small condo for the year. And then my insurance, I think it was at 600 for a 6-month period. But insurance rates have gone up. I just got my bill for my car, and even though I got a discount, like a good driver discount, the price still went up from last year. And last year it had gone up from the year before. So yeah, insurance rates keep rising. I'll be budgeting for that, but basically the money that I receive from renting this property out will be used solely to cover taxes and insurance. And really that's the only money. I don't anticipate getting extra money that I could use for extra things. The money that I get will just cover these two items. Next point, as part of your mortgage payment, you are also paying into your escrow, which basically covers taxes and insurance, right? Since this is part of your regular monthly payment, I do have some credit, and so the plan is that I will get reimbursed for that escrow because, like I said, now I'm responsible for taxes and insurance. That's what the escrow was for. And so, yeah, I'm expecting, I think it was like $700, but obviously it's going to depend on whatever you were paying into your escrow account. I'm not sure if all banks do this though, because some, I think that they would take that into account for your payoff. I'm not exactly sure, so make sure you ask your bank about that. And then next is the lien release, which I'm not 100% sure about, but basically I think it's like a document that says that yes, your payment has been satisfied, and basically you don't owe any debt. I think that's all it is, which I think is different from a deed, which basically the deed, the way I understand it, the deed is like the equivalent of a car title once you own the car. But I think, I'm not 100% sure because the bank didn't tell me much information about the deed. It didn't tell me anything. But I did research it, and online it says something like you could expect it in 1 to 2 months. But I have to look into it because I'm not sure if it happens automatically or I need to request it with my, local government or what. I need to look into that. And then lastly, they said that I would still get my 1098 in January, which basically is that document that lets the IRS know how much you paid in taxes, I believe. Yeah. So that's still coming in January. And then lastly, automatic payments. I think this is I feel like I'm saying I think a lot. In my case, I didn't have to turn off automatic payments. The bank did that. But of course, all banks work differently, so make sure you check with them. But yeah, I thought I was going to have to turn off the automatic payments. And then when I went to do that, like my account was kind of like deactivated or something. Like I could still see the information, but it said like something like you can't do that, or that option isn't available right now. So yeah, I think those were the only things I wanted to cover. I'll check on this deed. I think I haven't gotten my lien release. I think they said 1 to 2 weeks, and then I'll see if there's any information in that lien release about the deed. And if you're interested, I will update you on that. On to part 2. Basically, if you saw my last video or like my condo payoff video, I had to pull from all my sinking funds in order to pay off the condo. So now is the time to replenish. My goal is to work on 1 or 2 sinking funds per month. And I've done the math, and it's like I still can't believe it. I'm like working the numbers and I'm like, is this true? Is this really what it is? Yeah, it seems like I would have $2,000 free after paying off my bills and my expenses, like gas, groceries, that sort of thing. Like $2,000 per month that I could use towards my sinking funds, which seems like amazing and unreal, but it is. I've crunched the numbers and that's what it is. So for May, my goal is to put $1,000 towards my emergency fund and $1,000 towards my vacation. A vacation this year, like, it's a must for me. It needs to happen. Beach preferably. Like, it's been so long since I set foot in the sand, and it's just absolutely necessary for my mental peace of mind and for my well-being. I love the beach. I love the ocean, hearing the waves, feeling the sun on my face. I love everything about it, and I need to get back out there. So put a start next to May because May is a 3 paycheck month, and I'm hoping I could do more than these 2. But yeah, for right now, my goal, $1,000 for emergency and $1,000 for vacation. And then asterisk, we'll see if I could do more with this. For June, $1,000 for my home and another $1,000 for my condo. These are for like upgrades, home improvements. Condo, actually something already came up because the neighbor upstairs from the condo, something was going on with his washer and or plumbing, and then it was leaking down into our condo. I say or because like it's my condo, right? But my kids live there, so it's like ours. And so I need to fix that. I need to take care of that. I think the plan is to break down the wall because we don't know like the extent of the damage. Like I know that like some of the gosh, I don't know my house terms. Like the insulation that got wet, and so I don't want like any sort of mold build up or anything. So yeah, let me know how I should tackle this because I kind of feel like my neighbor should be partially responsible for, the cost of doing that because yeah, it was his leak anyhow. And then we still have a bunch of home upgrades that we need to do in conjunction with the boyfriend. We need to seal. We got like fence for our backyard, like a wooden fence, and we need to seal that. We haven't sealed it. Same thing with the deck. We did that, I want to say last year, maybe in 2023, but we need to seal both of those things. We also kind of need, I don't know if this is the proper term, but like around the house, we've gotten some water into our basement, and I think it's because the perimeter of the building isn't properly sealed. So that's something that we need to work on. Probably will need more. I'll probably need more for all these things, but I want to do at least the bare minimum, tackle 1K monthly, basically. July, I want to tackle my LASIK and my car maintenance. My LASIK was one of my vacation. LASIK and tech was one of my big goals for 2025 and continue to be one of my big goals for 2025. I need to go get like a professional, like I guess, opinion to see if I'm eligible, because my eyes get really dry, and dry eyes and a LASIK, I hear it's not a good combo, so we need to figure that out. And then I did get like a preliminary opinion, and then the other thing they said was like that's recommended for people under 45, and then once you're 45, I don't know, I guess they say screw you. So I'm gonna be 43 this year, so the sooner I can get that done, the better. But again, I need to get checked to make sure that it's really a good option for me. Car maintenance, it almost got depleted, and I have an older car. I always forget if it's a 2003 or a 2008, but either way, it's very old. It's a Honda, so I know it's gonna, be in it for the long haul, but still, I want to be prepared in case it breaks down. So, car maintenance, 1K. August, my hope is to put 1,000K for a new iPhone. Hopefully the tariffs are gone by then. Yeah, I don't think anybody's a fan of tariffs, right? But yeah, my phone has been giving me a bit of trouble. It's just not running as smooth, and I suspect it could, much like my car, it could break down any minute. So I want to be prepared in case that happens. September, I was gonna white out this S, but I forgot. Anyhow, September, I'm gonna dedicate it to Christmas. Usually I spend about $1,000 in gifts, probably a little bit more, but like I said, I'm working with the minimum, and then I'll add money as I need it. October, I plan to add some funds to my long-term beauty. That's like things like fillers, or if I want to get like my eyebrows tattooed or something like that, something that costs a little more than, just regular makeup and brushes or whatnot. So yeah, that's my plan for October. November, I want to get a month ahead. I want to have at least enough to cover my mortgage in case, whatever XYZ happens. I want to be a month ahead. And then December, I'm going to dedicate December. Make sure you're still in frame. Yes, you are. I want to dedicate December to future me. That wasn't in the plans, but you never know what future me might need, right? I don't know what I would use that for. What kind of do? Like, my hope is that one day I will be financially free, meaning that I could have the freedom to work in whatever the heck I want to work in without feeling the pressure of a 9 to 6. I wish it was a 9 to 5, but it's not even a 9 to 5. It's a 9 to 6. And then at the commute, and yeah, it's a lot of time and stress dedicated to a job, and I'd like to just be free from that. So yeah, maybe I need to start saving up for future me. So that is the plan. Those are my new goals. As you can see, May, June, and July, I was really going hard with 2 goals of 1K each. And then for the rest of the year, I plan on scaling back or just readjusting to whatever it is that I need. May and November, they are three paycheck months. And so maybe I could still like readjust, but these are the categories that I want to fund. And I don't think that will change. Knock on wood. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know. Let me know if you've reassessed your goals and what your goals are moving forward through 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and it really helps my channel grow and I really appreciate it. While I'm here, I am very close to 1K, so tell all your friends about my channel and let me know. I want to do like a giveaway, so let me know what kind of things that you would like, because I know a lot of people are tuning into this type of videos and my budget with me's. In the past I've done like savings challenges, but it doesn't seem like you guys are too interested in that, so give me some ideas. Okay guys, gotta go. Talk to you soon. Bye.